Software is a very interesting thing. How many of your churches are still using an abacus for accounting or a large ledger book to manually write in all of your members, or you only use an offering plate for taking up tithes and offerings? Or how many of you don't use a digital check-in system for your kids? How many of you are still using 3x5 cards or whatnot? Most churches that we run into would never dream of using those somewhat outdated, maybe even in some forms archaic kind of forms of tracking, of accounting for things. We wouldn't even dream of that. At the very least, even small organizations are using things like QuickBooks to manage their finances, and they're using email, and they're using smartphones. And yet, time and time again, we see churches utilizing archaic methods for managing their facilities. They're using Post-it notes. They're using legal pads. They're utilizing things like Excel or Google Calendar or Outlook. They're using things that have a place and a purpose, but not when you're intentionally trying to manage a complex commercial structure like a church facility. So if your second or third largest budget expenditure and probably your largest physical asset isn't worth the effort to obtain some type of a proactive facility management software, then why do we think that it's necessary for all the other aspects of what we do? I think it's time for the church to be thinking about how do we best steward our facilities and what's the right tools to do so.